people today. We are going to be tier listing all of the disabilities that I could think of off the top of my head. So I made a tier list. We got all the ones I could think of. So granted, we're leaving some on the table, but for the most part, I feel like this is pretty comprehensive. First things first, I just want to make very clear that these are my opinions. They are the right opinions about these disabilities, but I just want to throw that out there. Starting off, obviously, we have to go through the categories. What are we putting these disabilities into? For the top tier, we have smash tier, right? I would smash. And I don't feel like a lot more needs to be said. This is the cream of the crop, the top dog in this tier list, and so these disabilities falling into this category are just they're the same animal but a different beast, and I would smash that beast aggressively. So, the next one is tolerable. This isn't bad. This isn't good. It just is. Like if you came to a party that I was at with this disability, I could look at you. I couldn't. I might even be able to engage in a conversation, but really, I mean, it's not ruining my day at all. But it's not adding anything necessarily either. The next tier down, speaking of that, does ruin my day a little bit. So if I think about this disability or see this disability out in the wild, out in the great beyond, it tends to put a damper on whatever I was initially feeling. So it's not like destroying my life, but at the same time, it is kind of ruining it a little bit. The tier below that is where things get interesting. They need to be put down. If you fall into this category, it's basically like the ending of Old Yeller. Um, put down, down, put down. And then obviously below that is French. So we're going to start this off with, it looks like the first one here is lactose intolerance. Thinking about this disability, I'm not to get too personal for a minute, but I do have a lot of family members who struggle with this. And, um, it kind of breaks my heart a little bit because we go to Taco Bell and I love Taco Bell. I love Taco Bell deeply. And so going in, I order a beefy 5 layer burrito, a grilled cheese, whatever they're making, whatever glorious creations that restaurant is creating, I order it, right? Because I'm strong. I have a strong stomach. I have a stomach that doesn't cry at that spicy milk, and I order it like a normal person. Now these people will come in. These family members will come in. Um, they will get a bean burrito without cheese. That's basically the only thing you can get at Taco Bell besides potatoes. You can get plain potatoes at Taco Bell. So they order this. They sit down, and I'm sitting here having a feast. You know what I mean? And they're just like it it genuinely breaks my heart more than a lot of things. And so for that reason, I'm going to put lactose intolerance and ruins my day a little bit because it does. If I think about it too hard, it ruins my day. Following that up, I think this is a good follow up. We have nut allergies. Um, Actually, okay, what I'm going to do here, what I'm going to do really quickly is I'm just going to add a row above French. And we're going to make this the Neil Patrick Harris category because I believe nut allergies fall into this category. I don't feel like I need to say anything more, but if you have this allergy, I believe you would be in this tier. Okay, the next one moving on from that is going to be liberals. Now, the thing about liberals, right? I live in Colorado, so this is a mostly liberal run state. And the thing about them is I don't love them. Granted, I don't hate them. I think I am one. Okay, I'm just gonna throw that out there. Like when I actually think about it, That being said, I don't like that about myself. And so I just want to I'm going to put hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. We're just going to put liberal in that and we're going to make it red. Um yeah, that's we're gonna move on from that one, okay? We're not gonna talk about that one anymore. The next one is vegans, and this is the first one on. I feel like should be put down, needs to be below. Hold up, guys. Vegans. Let me tell you, okay. My grandma told me this one time. But do you want to know if somebody how do you find out if somebody's vegan at a party? We'll cut to the chase. They'll tell you. And that's the thing I found in my life is that I could be anywhere. I could be in class. I could be out on a subway. I could be at your mother's house. And the thing about it is that literally the vegans will find you. And they do, and they do. They're like cancer. Vegans are like cancer. And what do you do with cancer? You take more fish oil, allegedly. Um, Vegans need to be put down, and this isn't like a call to action. This isn't saying go do anything about it, but what it is saying is that they need to go. Next up, I thought this was really funny. I looked up top allergies, and one of them, if you look right here, is potato. Is a potato allergy. And I think with the potato allergy, it is one of the silliest things I've ever heard in my entire life. So actually, right below smash here, we're gonna put silly, goofy guy tier. If you have a potato allergy, I would classify you as a silly, goofy guy. I don't know what your parents did to make you that way. It was definitely not Christian. But beyond that, I think that's all that needs to be said. You are a silly, goofy guy if you have a potato allergy. Moving on, we've got people who are allergic to gluten. Um, this has got to be one of the. I think honestly, okay, there are two different types of people with a gluten allergy. There's one that is cool about it and makes do and eats really healthy. Like I've seen a lot of people with a gluten allergy that eat incredibly healthy. They'll like make a really good super green salad. They'll just eat meat, or like different things like that. They'll like make wraps. They'll make all these things. And honestly, that type of gluten free person I can really get behind. Not in a smash way necessarily, but there is something about someone who's like allergic to gluten but uses it for good that's really chill. However, somebody who is allergic to gluten but just whines and moans about it for all of their days should be put down. And so where I kind of fall with this is I'm leaning towards tolerable because there are a lot of these people are very, very chill. But a couple of them bring the pack down. So I'm going to put it intolerable, leaning into ruins my day a little bit, depending on the person.
Now we've got
Down syndrome. And Down syndrome is a immediate smash for me. I've never met a person with Down syndrome that doesn't immediately lighten my day quite a bit. They're beautiful in a really great way, and I truly would not put them anywhere lower than Smash. Um, I said what I said. That being said, okay, the next disability is going to be French people, and French people go into the French tier. Moving on, we're going to talk about women. Now, women freak me out. They freak me out. Okay? They freak me out. And for that reason, I think it's just like I'm thinking about it right now. I'm going to put it in ruins my day a little bit. When I think about women too much, it fully ruins my day a little bit. Now we're moving on to people who listen to Creed. Now, people who listen to Creed, I've met a lot of them. I have a lot of people who struggle with this disability in my life. And the thing about them that I don't understand um, is that almost none of them are Christian. And that's the thing about it, is I've met a lot of people who listen to Creed, and a lot of them are not Christian, and it throws me off, right? People with this disability, I mean, the entire concept of Creed is the Lord. And so for that reason, I'm going to put Creed alongside liberals in the self-identity crisis. I may or may not listen to Creed sometimes. I just want to make that clear. So the next one is grass, and there are people who are allergic to grass, and I think those are I think they're so for that reason, they're going to go into the put down category, because if you can't touch grass, you can't touch me, and I will defend myself against someone who is allergic to grass. The next one, moving on, is going to be Andrew Tate. People who listen to Andrew Tate himself, I've heard he struggles with this disease, or this disability. And I honestly feel bad for the guy. Like, there's something about his head where I'm like, I just want to, like, plunger head connection. For that reason, um, he will go into we're gonna add a new row, and we're gonna call this the bald category. So we're just gonna put that right there. And then I believe bald category. Moving on, we have people who listen to Fox News or who watch Fox News for anything other than sports. And these people will come to you, they will walk up to you, and they will, with a straight face, tell you news that they heard. And I'm fully against that. Like, I will be playing Minecraft, and my friend will be like, "Did you see the news?" And I'm like, people who watch the news and Fox News, the news, we're just going to say the news. People who listen to things happening in this world need to be put down. They need to be put down, for obvious reasons. People who try to understand the things going on right now should be put down. The next one is going to be people typing in all lowercase. The people who text in all lowercase also need to be put down. And this isn't even a question in my head. When I send you a text, if I send you a text and you respond back to me with all that abbreviations like you too, if you can't take the goddamn time to type YOU in your response to me, you should be dragged kicking and screaming behind a barn and put down. The next one is going to be people who wake up before or at 4:30 a.m. And these people I'm going to put into the bald category. I feel like this is self-explanatory, but I have never seen a person get up on or before 4:30 a.m. who isn't bald. I've seen a couple women too. And they very clearly had cancer. Moving on is going to be people who go to McDonald's, who don't use the app and who buy things at full price. This could be argued for every fast food restaurant. If you go to a fast food restaurant and you do not use the app or the deals, you honestly, it ruins my day to think about. When I go to McDonald's, when I go to Taco Bell, when I go to everything like that, I pay a fraction of the actual cost. And what I do is I do what normal people should do and use the points. I'll see people place an order, right? It'll be like three burgers. No. They'll go and they'll get a burger, a fry, a drink, and then they'll get a milkshake, and then they'll get an extra burger because they wanted 2 sandwiches, and they will pay unironically $23 for their order. Okay, when I go to McDonald's, this is my order, and I will tell you my order. What I do is I use the free fries, or if I'm feeling rich, I'll use my points, and then I get four double cheeseburgers, four or not and or four hot and spicy McChickens with 8 honey mustard sauces, two for each. Um, or I will do a combination. I will do two of each. Now, if they have different deals where it's like buy this 20-piece McChicken nugget or whatever, get free food, I will do that as well. I will do the free food. Point being, use the deals. Please use the deal. The next category is going to be people who think 9/11 was an inside job. The next category is going to be people who played Fortnite Rocket Racing unironically. This one this one makes me incredibly sad to think about because someone unironically turned on their computer, logged into Fortnite, made an account, and then decided to play a crappier version of an already crappy game like Forza or something like that, and they unironically spent their time doing that. And for that reason, it is going to go into the Neil Patrick Harris category. Now, moving on, we've got short people. And short people, I know a lot of people who struggle with this disability. I know a lot of people who fall into this category. I myself do not fall into this category. I went and got measured, and I'm a comfortable 5'7". I'm a comfortable 5'7". I'm comfortable with it's tall. It is tall. It is enough. It gets the mission accomplished. Point being, people who are actually short, they make me sad to think about. It makes me sad to think about because what is their point of view but a couple inches shorter than ours? And that makes me sad when I think about that for too long. The next one is going to be people who liked Taylor Swift. People who like Taylor Swift is the next disability. And for this one, frankly, Kate, this is a hot take. I don't think Taylor Swift is that bad. Her songs get stuck in my head quite frequently. I also respect her as a businesswoman. She can use the same 3 chords for like 7 albums, and the same lyrics for most of her songs, and still make billions of dollars. So for that reason, I'm going to put Taylor Swift in the self-identity crisis because I do also believe that I am a sick person. Moving on, we have people who look up YouTube videos in their browser and watch them that way instead of using the app. And these people are sick. They are sick people. I avoid making eye contact with them if I can. If I can avoid making eye contact with them, I do. And for that reason, I very clearly believe that they should be put down. Moving on, we've got Michael B. Jordan, and that will... Moving on, we've got people who play Pokemon, who like Pokemon and Pokemon cards in the current climate, right? There is a difference to people who like collectibles and like gambling. I think those people are metal. I think they're metal as hell. That being said, people who unironically still have a childlike enjoyment of the game in the big 2025 and the cards need to be questioned. They need to be questioned, and it ruins my day a little bit thinking about them because like the climate right now is awful. The climate is terrible. And so if you have any joy at all while collecting Pokemon or playing the games in this day and age, you need to question it. You need to question it a little bit. That being said, people who like gambling and doing that are metal as the last disability today is going to be people who thought the winter edition 2024 Red Bull was good. And they will fall into the French category, and I will stand on this opinion. If you unironically think that the winter edition 2024 Red Bull was good, you might be French. But yeah, that'll be it for today. Thanks for coming along with me, guys. Thanks for going through this roller coaster of emotions as we tier list all of these horrifying, some horrifying, some beautiful disabilities. And I just want to say, like and subscribe if you like the content. At 10,000 subscribers, I will make a comprehensive race tier list. So thanks for watching the video again. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you soon. All right.